Wagner chief Prigozhin confirmed death by Russian authorities after genetic test. CNN. Russian investigations have confirmed that Wagner boss Yevgeny Prigozhin was among the 10 people killed when their plane crashed Wednesday after carrying out genetic tests. Prigozhin, who led a failed uprising against the Kremlin, had previously been named as one of those on board the private plane, which crashed in the field northwest of Moscow while en route to St. Petersburg. When until now authorities have stopped it short of confirming He died. As part of the investigation of the plane crash in the Tver region, molecular genetics examinations have been completed. A statement published on the Russia's investigative commit Telegram channel read, according to their research, the identities of all 10 deaths were established. They correspond to the list stated in the flight sheet, he said. The Wagner warlord was on the plane which crashed Wednesday, Russian authorities said. Also killed was Dmitry Utkin, a trusted lieutenant of Prigozhin since the beginning of the Wagner Group, and Valery Chekharov, a senior aide to Prigozhin. 3 crew members died. Prigozhin's shadowy lifestyle and the use of security precautions prompted rumors he was not on board. As a makeshift memorial for him in St. Petersburg this week, CNN found a couple who thought Prigozhin's death was orchestrated to allow the Wagner boss to be deployed onto their missions to benefit Russia. The crash came 2 months to the day after Prigozhin's attempt to mutiny against Russia's military leadership. Prigozhin was once an elusive figure who grew in prominence after his Wagner group delivered some rare battlefield successes for Russia in its invasion of Ukraine, but he became an increasingly stringent critic of the Russian campaign and its leadership. In June, Prigozhin and his Wagner troops seized key military sites and marched toward Moscow, where the Kremlin had deployed heavily armed troops to the street. But before they could face off, a deal was struck that ended the rebellion that sent Prigozhin and his fighters to neighboring Belarus. It marked the biggest challenge to Russian President Vladimir Putin's rule in 23 years. It also painted a target on Prigozhin's back, with some experts speculating the warlord was a dead man walking. It is not clear yet what causes the crash, but US and Western intelligence officials that CNN has spoken to believe it was deliberate. US President Joe Biden suggested on Wednesday that Putin may have been involved. I don't know for a fact what happened, but I'm not surprised, he said. To date, no evidence has been presented that point to the involvement of the Kremlin or Russian security services in the crash. The cause of the incident remains unknown, and the Russian authorities have launched a criminal investigation. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov denied the claims that the Kremlin might have been involved in the crash, calling such speculation an absolute lie. In his first comment on the crash, Putin called Prigozhin talented, but said he had made a serious mistake in life. The two have known each other since the early 1990s, when they both rose in influence after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Russia appears to be now trying to rein in groups like Wagner, with Putin signing a decree ordering that paramilitary fighters should swear on oath to the state. Alex Stambok, Catalina Krebs, and Hida Chan contributed reporting.